Thirst No More's water drilling operation in Darfur, Sudan is now underway. The video that you will see during this interview was taken just a few days ago in northern Darfur. I'll be speaking with Charlie Michalik. Charlie is Thirst No More's country director for Sudan. Charlie, give your partners in the U.S. and around the world a greeting and describe exactly what we are seeing now in this video.
Thanks, David. Yes, we want to thank everyone who has helped us with this project. We have the drilling equipment now in place. The drilling operation is commencing, and so it's so exciting that we're going to have the opportunity to bring clean drinking water to the people in Darfur. We're drilling this particular well in the capital city of Fasher at a school. This school had come to our office and requested a new well to be put in because there was no well within a reasonable amount of distance that the children could get their drinking water from for the day.
Well, I think it's pretty fitting that the first well we drill in Darfur is for children to have water at their school. You're teaching the kids their ABCs while their water well is being drilled in the background. Charlie, typically when you drill any kind of well, you'll have some kind of idea of the type of subsurface formations that you're going to encounter. Is this kind of information available in Darfur?
David, that's a great question. We have found geological maps of Sudan and in particular Darfur, but what we have found is that these maps are not reliable. We have found something totally opposite of what these maps have told us, where we might encounter some sediments, different sediments, and some possible rock, but nothing like the granite that we have encountered.
So the information that was available to us said that you'd be drilling through sand and porous type materials that you'd typically find in the desert. But in fact, after drilling a few hours, you discovered something completely different.
That's right. About 120 feet below the surface, we ran into a granite wall, basically. What we're going to have to do now, David, is that we're going to have to purchase an air compressor and a down-the-hole hammer that will enable us to drill through this granite basement material.
So what you're saying is that in addition to the mud drilling equipment that we use to drill through sandy soil, we'll also need to fit this rig with air drilling equipment so we can go through any kind of formation.
That's right. We want to be prepared to be able to drill through any kind of consolidation that comes our way, be it granite or other types of hard rock. And so this air compressor will help us accomplish that task. It only takes one day to drill a new well. So can you imagine how many wells that we're going to be able to get drilled in 1 month? And we're going to have incredible opportunities. We have every day at least 5 or 6 different sheikhs or village leaders come to our office requesting some kind of help with their drinking water problems, be it a pump repair or a request to place a new well. And we're so excited about the new opportunities that are before us. I want to make an appeal, David. Right now we've raised about $45,000 to purchase the air compressor and down-the-hole hammer and extra drill bits for that hammer and other sundries such as casing, piping, hose to complete the drilling with. So right now we need to raise an additional $35,000 to finish purchasing all this equipment.
We also have some good news about a big load of equipment that's now making its way to Darfur.
That was from one of the last requests that we had, and that was to buy a lot of drilling materials and pump repair parts in bulk, and we have just completed that. In fact, as we speak right now, these parts are being delivered out to Darfur, and we were able to buy 1,000 pipes, connecting rods, 25 new pumps. We just want to thank our supporters that have been so generous and have the people in Darfur in their hearts.
Charlie, with the new air compressor on hand and with a rich supply of pipe and pump parts that are now being delivered to you in Darfur, Thirst No More is poised to make a big impact on some very, very needy people in Darfur. But you have already been making a big impact for the past 3 years by repairing broken wells in many parts of Darfur.
That's right. The first thing that we wanted to do, David, was to go in make as quick an impact as possible. And so what that meant was locating the pumps that needed repair, and we can typically do 2 to 4 repairs in one day. So that was the fastest way that we could make an impact on the ground. Many times you will see people, especially young children, wading in with their buckets and jerry cans and gathering the water this way. But unfortunately, what you also see is that you'll see other livestock in the same water sharing the resource.
Charlie, as we pan across the area near this well that you're repairing, this appears to be a surface pond standing near the well. This pond is one of those you've described where people and animals both take their water. But even this water supply will not be available very long, will it?
That's right. That water is not going to be around very long. In fact, this December, this water hole is going to begin drying up. Animals and the people will no longer be able to use that.
This well repair scene has been repeated over 80 times since Thirst No More has been repairing wells in Darfur over these past 3 years. Over 100 villages in northern Darfur have sent urgent requests for help getting water to their village. So now the challenge for Thirst No More is to continue restoring these broken wells while drilling new wells as fast as possible. Charlie, the well that you're drilling now is being drilled in the largest city in Darfur, but virtually all of the new wells that we'll be drilling in the future will be located in remote villages in Darfur, villages where the availability of water is a life or death situation. Tell us one more time, what do people in Darfur have to do if they don't have access to water in their village?
They would have to go to the next village or the next water point that they could find that was working and not broken. That could be sometimes quite some distance away, maybe even up to a day's walk, a 6-hour donkey ride one way.
Over 100 villages in Darfur are begging for water wells, and we must respond to this cry. Thank you for giving of yourself, Charlie, to help people in Darfur, because together we can make a difference. One well, one drop, and one life at a time.
Thank you, David.